talk about the new Healthy Living Club and some of the great things they're doing here in the community. I'm joined by Dr. Soon Shin. Thanks for joining us today, talk about healthy living. Let's kind of get right into it. Tell me a little bit about the club and what it's all about and what are some of the things that you guys are focused on.
Sure, thank you. So Healthy Living Club is organized in the Laguna Village, and we're going to have the first meeting on October 13. We're going to discuss what is our plan, how we are going to apply this Blue Zones longevity principle to our communities,
right?
And see how to use our technology to make a role model of the senior living communities for the future.
So tell me, what is a Blue Zone? Let me get kind of like, it's a new club, it's kind of a new concept. So what are we talking about when we talk about like what are Blue Zones in general?
Blue Zones is it's a Netflix documentary, Live to 100.
Okay.
Dan actually visited 5 different locations in the world, and they have their longevity and healthier living.
And what happened? Let's hear Sardinia, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, Loma Linda, California, Acara, Greece, Nicoya, Costa Rica, are some of the locations where you have these where people have a little bit more longevity for whatever reason that might be, right?
Yes. From there, they extracted 5 features. What features lead to longevity and healthier life than other places? And that is the key for the future, what we want to address. But those features are developed by people's effort coping with difficult natures or dictated by religious activities.
Okay.
But we don't have that outside force here.
Okay.
So we have to develop our own way, utilizing community resources and the technology.
And we have the 9 common features of a Blue Zone in terms of what some of those features are. Like you said, it's kind of mind and body is a little bit of a combination, right? So one is a physical activity, which we all know we should do more of, right? So talk a little about some of the maybe the commonalities in the kind of physical activity. It's not like going to the gym every day and working out, but just getting up and around and being active.
Yes, just built-in activities. If you try to walk alone, that will become a chore. But if you walk with friends, talk, there will be a mental relax as well as physical activities.
Okay. And so that kind of leads into that sense of purpose as too, like the community having a sense of purpose in your life. And like when people retire, let's talk about this community here. When people retire, sometimes they lose their sense of purpose when they lose that job or they don't have that daily office grind to go to. So is it important to have that sense of purpose throughout your life?
Yes. So I have a friend. He's a retired doctor. He's a very good doctor. But nowadays he felt, why do I living? You live the interest of your living. So what is another motivation? It's a community involvement.
Right.
You have a talent, make use of your talent for the community. That can be a purpose of living and still make use of your knowledge. This community have a rich talents. We want utilize the knowledge basis for the community help.
Another one's sleep, which I know a lot of people in retirement communities, they can get their sleep because they're not going to that daily office, right? But that sleep is such an important factor for everybody, and not have electronics and all those things, right?
So the monitoring sleep is one of the feature of the Health Watch, and when did you get to sleep? How many hours you sleep? What's the quality of sleep? And many people having problem with the actual sleep. And so we need to assess their sleep patterns and then advise how to improve their sleeps. That is the key to one of the factors for the health.
And of course, healthy diet comes into play too as well, right? That's one of the factors in terms of like just eating right and making sure that it's kind of a preventative care for yourself.
Yes. So healthy living actually is difficult because there's a personal preference, and there are many different ways. But we don't encourage everybody to eat a vegetable all the time. So our goal is just use NIH guideline. You eat a lot of fruits and cut down on the saturated fat and drink lots of waters. And so that's the generic scientific guideline we want people to follow.
Okay. I'm going to run through some of the other lists there. Drinking alcohol in moderation, of course, connecting with your community and having, like you said at the beginning, like a sense of purpose and do the activities with people. Putting family first, which is another great thing, and choosing social circles that support healthy behaviors. Those are all they all kind of mesh together a little bit, don't they?
Right. So that's the way harmonious life. The health is not just coming out from only one parameters of activities. It's just healthy lifestyle we want to develop and promote.
How important is it, your mindset in all of this, when you kind of take that approach? Is it that negative versus positive or moving forward kind of mindset? Is that an important part of it as well?
Yes, it's a mind is everything. So what we are promoting is proactive. Just make a positive thinking, help out others, and reach out. So positive attitude is the baseline for your health.
Okay, and when you apply it here to what you guys are going to try to do with the club, tell me a little bit about how, like, the first meeting and what we're going to be talking about at the meeting, at the first club meeting.
So our goal is first we want to structures. So we want to recruit members from 10 different activity groups, like a sewing group versus tennis club members, or ping pong, or dancing club. How different people with different activities or hobby, and we assess the baseline of their health. And from there, we want to monitor the weekly the health data and see how that improves or affecting one group versus other groups. So we can set some baseline with the data.
Okay, and I want to get that slide up on the screen one more time about when the first meeting is and where it's going to be happening. And so make sure people get out to that Healthy Living Club. Tell us a little bit about where and when it's going to be.
So the meeting will be this Friday, and October 13th, and we're going to meet at 10 o'clock at Clubhouse 2. We will discuss what is the objectives of our clubs, and then how we are going to achieve that goal, and what is the benefit as a club members, and then future plan how to expand, develop our health living model in the community to expand to other community.
Fantastic. Dr. Soon Shin, thank you so much from the Healthy Living Club. Make sure you guys get out to that meeting on Friday. When we come back, we'll talk about the Monday movie. Stay with us.
Okay.